I wasn't even going to do a video today because I was kind of disgusted with the news I saw this morning relative to GDP being revised upward in the second quarter from 3% to 3.3%. If you dig into the story I saw from CNBC and even on The Hedge, they're saying that a good portion of that was for the revision was due to consumers spending. Okay, so that is taken to be a sign of good things, right? We also had the jobless claims that actually fell like about 5,000, I mean, from 241 to 239, and so that was being touted, as a good thing that the job market hasn't yet really cracked. Wouldn't it be the greatest hat trick of all time if the Fed did not lower rates in September and use the revised GDP numbers from today and the fact that jobless claims are supposedly remaining steady to justify holding rates steady? Can you imagine the implosion in the stock market and the continued implosion in the housing market if that data, or if that actually happened, right? Everyone's pricing in a September rate cut, certainly the markets, okay? More all-time highs today. Not going to go into it. It's a little bit frustrating if you follow this stuff, which I know many of you do, understand really what's going on behind the scenes, okay? So we all know that consumers are not strong. And the reason why I did the video is because of the story I saw out of CNBC just a few hours ago. I want to share with you relative to I think the biggest, or one of the biggest, buy now, pay later companies in this, in the United States, a part of these stocks. And anyway, before I jump into it real quickly, appreciate you guys. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for, being part of the community. If you're not subscribed, please do that for me. It means a lot. So CNBC comes out after the close today and says Affirm, one of the biggest buy now, pay later companies, blew out earnings per share, EPS, and revenues. Okay, what does that tell you? I've discussed buy now, pay later, many times on this channel before. We know that a lot more struggling consumers in this country, once they're tapped out on credit cards, once they can't go back to the well for any more increase in limits. No more credit card companies will give them further credit. They go to buy now, pay later, or they are just using buy now, pay later concurrently with their credit cards. And so listen to this, and I have this kind of memorized, so maybe a little bit off on the numbers, but Affirm increased their revenues. Okay, this is very telling, guys. They increased their revenues like 33% year over year. Okay, they went from like $640 something million to like almost $860 million in revenues in 1 year. Okay, so what does that tell you? What it tells me is that, their aggressive marketing campaigns and their, I say preying, I don't want to use the word prey, but, okay, fine, preying on consumers who have no discipline, who have either bad credit or not enough credit, and are putting stuff on buy now, pay later, okay? Many times things they cannot afford, shouldn't be buying to continue, right, keeping up a lifestyle they shouldn't be keeping up, trying to impress people that don't care and don't notice. So I thought that was worth coming out and doing. And for those of you that think I'm using a green screen in the background, I got some comments the other day on the video. It did look fake, by the way. Even my kids said, wow, Dad, that looks kind of fake in the background. But obviously, I'm sitting here on the in a cabana here, which is basically on the sand at the property. But anyway, I don't want to come out here and just run through a bunch of headlines with you guys every day. My goal is to bring, if I do a video, I'm trying to make it something that's impactful for you, or it's information that I think is actually worth taking your time, whether it's even 8-10 minutes, a day or every couple of days, Your time is valuable. My time is valuable. And so, you know, as I'm thinking this through in terms of these videos, it may be that less is more in terms of the quality. And I say that because I'm seeing a lot of repetition in the media relative to stories. I just saw something come out about 2 hours ago where some other news outlet is still trying to authenticate or verify the bogus information about the stimulus checks, right, that came out well over a week ago. So you've got all these, you know, people searching for stories, searching for news. We know, at least my position is as a layperson observer, that things are not good beneath the surface. Okay, you can revise GDP up all you want. You can paint the jobless claims to be what you want. We all know unemployment rate is high among certain categories in this country. Did you guys see? I didn't want to go into it for lots of, you know, let's say it's a sensitive topic, but have you guys been paying attention to the increase in the disability claims being processed in the United States right now, and the amount of people that are now claiming, you know, permanent or full-time disability and getting a paycheck? Again, this is not to slight anybody who has legitimate disabilities, but, you know, you guys can leave me your thoughts and comments whether you think it's a problem or not, okay? How many people in this country are being paid to stay out of the workforce and lay at home, you know, on the couch, claiming, you know, a disability? Again, I know it's a political hot potato, and, you know, and I'm not taking away from people that legitimately are receiving those benefits, but, you know, those people aren't even counted, guys, in the unemployment roll. They're not counted as unemployed people, although they are not in the labor force, they're not contributing to GDP, they're receiving government benefits. Anyway, it was a last minute video. It's going to go up late. I'm 3 hours behind West Coast time right now in Hawaii, leaving tomorrow, by the way, catching a plane back to LAX and then back to the desert. But I wanted to just jump on and let you know, Affirm, buy now, pay later, as we know, is alive and well, and evidently to the tune of $860 million a year for this company. Their earnings per share, their stock price was just skyrocketing after the close of the market today on that news. So what does that tell you? If we were truly a healthy economy with healthy consumers spending in a healthy manner, would buy now, pay later companies like Affirm be blowing out, you know, their revenue numbers, their earnings per share numbers? The answer is absolutely not. Okay, so we have a real problem, and I want to see if this thing is going to implode in September. If GDP is being revised up, you know, and the Fed's going to cut in this environment, we all know what's going on behind the scenes of the job market. But I tell you guys, I'm not convinced that this data will not culminate in September with the Fed staying on hold again. The housing market's banking on it, consumers are banking on it, the stock market's banking on it, and I'm not so sure. So I don't want to go too long today. If I don't get a video up tomorrow, I'll touch base over the weekend when I'm back in California. With that being said, again, I appreciate you guys subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please like the videos if you enjoy the content, and leave your thoughts and comments. With that being said, I will talk to all of you soon. Bye.